Hello everyone, welcome to This Day. It is Friday, it is December 12th. I'm Michael Taylor. Good to be here. Are you getting into the Christmas spirit thing? It's 12th, it's 12 days of Christmas. That's not when that starts. But anyway, I was decorating my tree earlier this week. I have the kids down, we decorate. We always kind of do a little family thing and it's really fun, play Christmas music. So I'm kind of like feeling it now. I'm like, okay, it's official. We're in Christmas time. So hope you're going to have a great weekend, do some shopping, get out there, enjoy some lights down at Dana Point Harbor. They got some beautiful lights set up down there if you haven't been down there. I know they're doing some great stuff over at Fashion Island. They got a big tree out as well. So anyway, get out there and enjoy the holidays and everything like that. Before you go, though, we got a great show for you. We want to talk about that one. We're going to have folks from the Deal Firm. If you have a business, you're looking to sell your business, these guys are in the business of doing just that, and they can walk you through the process. Bree's going to be talking to them just a little bit later. And then later in the program, we got Sports Corner with Cole Young. Always an exciting, action-packed stuff with there. Talking a lot of NFL, I know. Maybe a little NHL, too. I don't know. Maybe. I should have asked ahead. I never come to rehearsals. But Cole's going to be here with a great segment on Sports Corner, so stay tuned for that as well. All right, right now, though, we want to keep you informed. Hey, we got a cool movie talking about the Christmas, getting this Christmas spirit. I don't know if this is going to be one of these traditional ones that lives on forever, but it's called Red One, and it's going to be shown over at the Performing Arts Center Monday, December 22nd at 7 p.m. It is after Santa Claus is kidnapped. The North Pole head of security must team up with a notorious hacker in a globe-trotting, action-packed mission to save Christmas. That one stars Dwayne Johnson, Chris Evans, and Lucy Liu. Doors open at 6:30. Admission is free, so get out to the pack on the 22nd and enjoy Red One, an action-packed Christmas movie for you. Take a look at our weather forecast. We got some nice temperatures. It's not too Christmassy right now, but we're getting a little cooler as you can see the trend going towards the lower temperatures as we go through the week. This Friday, 72 today. It's going to be pretty nice out there, and really nice temperatures for the weekend on the cool side. And then look at that Tuesday in the mid-60s. So yeah, I'll take that. It's fall-like. It's about as good as we get around here for Christmas weather. So there you go. Enjoy that. Actually have a coat if you go out and see the lights in the harbor. If you go see the lights over at Fashion Island, something like that. That might be fun. All right, let's take a look at our sunrise, sunset. Look at this beautiful picture from the Big Island. This is in Kona. Thank you very much, Jules Anderson, for sending us this beautiful shot. Oh, what a pink, beautiful shot there. That's lovely. Sunrise this morning was 6:46. Sunset tonight, 4:43. If you have a picture you'd like to send us, we'd love to see it. You don't have to go all the way to Kona to do it. You can do it right here in the neighborhood, over at Liso Creek, or sunrise, sunset shots down at the beach. We haven't seen a good picture of any pets in their Christmas outfits yet. Come on, folks. I'm counting on you to do this before the holidays are over. Email those pictures to us, Laguna Woods Village TV @gmail.com. Make sure you include your name, where you took the picture, and we'll use it in our sunrise, sunset segment. Okay, we got a few minutes to tell you about. Then when we come back, Bree will be here from the folks from the Deal Firm. Stay with us.
The Laguna Woods History Center, the only purpose-built local history archive in Orange County, has been capturing the legacy of our community since 1977. As a nonprofit dedicated to preserving today for tomorrow, we collect, conserve, and share the history of Laguna Woods Village, the city of Laguna Woods, and the surrounding Orange County region. Step into the past and connect with the present at your community archive. Whether you're curious about local milestones, searching for historical documents, or exploring treasured artifacts, the History Center is your gateway to the stories that shape Laguna Woods. The Laguna Woods History Center is a separate building adjacent to the Village Library. We are open Monday through Friday from 11 a.m. to 1 p.m. or by appointment. Visit us and find your place in history.
Thinking about selling your business? Well, now could be the time. Hi, I'm Tom Burns, business broker with the Deal Firm. Since 2008, I've helped business owners navigate the selling process. I've sold all kinds of businesses, from restaurants to law firms, to music schools, and even a fishing resort. I'm a business owner myself, so I understand what this process means to you. Your legacy deserves the right hands. If you're ready to sell your business, call me at the Deal Firm today to write your next chapter.
Welcome back to the show, everyone. If you are in the business of either selling a business or buying a business. I've got the Deal Firm here with me, and business brokers Adam Gilman and Tom Burns. Welcome to the show.
Thank you.
Thank you for having us.
Very nice to have you here. We've had some wonderful conversation before the segment started. I'm anxious to continue it. But first, for those viewers who are watching and they don't know what exactly a business broker is, they've heard a million times real estate brokers, real estate agents.
Right.
How are you different than a home real estate agent or broker?
Well,
We're better looking.
we're certainly better looking, but
That's a great place to start.
no, we're real estate agents, but for businesses, and
Great way
not
of
for
putting it.
homes, right?
Great way of putting it.
So we specialize in the sale and purchases of businesses, and what that means is we'll go in and we'll meet with a business owner, we'll do a valuation. If everyone's on the same page, then we'll take it to market, we'll market the business. And then on the other side of the equation, we'll screen the buyers, bring in a buyer, and then hopefully everything goes well, and then we'll facilitate the deal to the close. So we facilitate from beginning to end.
So you really take the anxiety out of the process. You make sure that you have NDAs in place so
Correct.
that both buyer and seller are protected. Correct?
Absolutely.
Because you don't want to disclose anything. You want to keep that confidentiality, right? And so when somebody is going through that process, and I have done this personally, and I was actually in Paris. This is how relaxed I was because I had turned it over to a professional.
Right.
And they did the deal for me. And I came back, actually, I think I signed the documents while I was still in Paris and flew back and
That's the way to do it.
finished the sale here. So your position is wonderful to just take the guesswork out of everything that both buyer and seller are going through.
It is, because like selling a house, a business, selling a business is a process. So our job is to be an intermediary between the buyer and seller, similar to selling a house, right?
Right.
And hopefully, if the parties work together, and we try to approach our deals in a collaboration between the parties, so that everyone works together, and that typically makes it for a smoother transition.
Absolutely, absolutely. Speaking of smooth transitions, Tom, I understand you have a father here. Who's
I didn't realize
104
he's
years
so
old.
popular. When he was 100, I threw him a big birthday party over at 19, the restaurant, and so we just finished his 104th birthday party.
Well, tell him
And
happy
there's a
birthday.
picture, yeah, and many people know
Oh,
him.
look
He
at
stopped playing
that.
golf when he was about 95,
Aw,
and
that's so sweet.
104. Yeah, he's quite popular over there.
Now, was he in the business before you got into it?
No, he's a retired New York City motorcycle cop.
Oh my goodness! Wow.
and then went to Grumman Aerospace and retired from there.
Well, he is living life to its fullest.
Yeah. Then he worked for me for maybe 10 years downtown Los Angeles with my garment factory. Yeah.
Wow, fantastic. And he lives with you now?
Yeah.
That's great.
He does. The funniest thing just happened recently because the police department of New York sent him a letter asking for proof of life. They've been paying him since
That is hysterical.
a pension for over 65 years. They've been paying him a pension.
Like, are you sure you're still alive?
I mean, Tom, I have to ask you,
fantastic.
who's taking care of food?
Exactly.
Yeah, it's getting a little bit more
Aw,
difficult.
That's a great story.
Yeah,
I love it.
Yeah,
Love
no, he
it.
wasn't a broker. To answer your
Yeah.
question.
Well, back to businesses. Who is your typical client? Who are you serving right now?
Main Street typically is what we take care of. For anything from $500,000 to $10 million, but that would be lower middle market. But the local bakeries or the restaurants, recently sold a law firm. I think I mentioned it last time. I sold a resort a fishing resort up in way up above Mammoth.
Did
That
you?
was pretty interesting. Yeah.
So you focus mainly in California, Southern California. Or where's your region?
We're licensed in California.
Okay.
But our focus is in Southern California.
Yeah.
It is mostly in Southern
Yes.
California.
From La Jolla to Mostly to Los Angeles. Yeah.
And do you have to actively go seek out those clients, look for people who might be thinking about selling, or are there enough of them that they're coming to you?
It's both. We
Yeah.
market to business owners that might have an interest in selling. And then because we've been in the business for a long time, we get a lot of referrals from other real estate agents, from accountants, from lawyers.
How are you determining what the businesses are worth?
It's a great question. So there's a couple different methodologies that we apply, but the typical method that we use is what we call a multiple of discretionary earnings. And basically for Main Street businesses, they typically sell for a multiple of between 1 and 4 times. So I'll give you an example. A restaurant that, let's say that they gross $500,000 and their net income is $100,000, the average multiple for a restaurant is about 2 times. So the value, and I'm just giving a broad stroke,
Sure.
but the value would be around $200,000.
Many of those businesses are like we were discussing before, a woman's boutique or a men's boutique, clothing boutique. The owners are working there. The buyers are looking for jobs. So when you sell a boutique like that, it's typically the buyer is going to be somebody who wants to work it, and be there for the rest of their whatever. But it's
an owner operator.
Exactly.
Yeah, and then the numbers become pretty. If they're doing $500,000, they're typically making $70,000 to $80,000. So that the place would be the multiple too. It would wind up being $150,000 to $175,000 value.
Right. What are the most popular businesses currently that you are trying to move and transition?
Well,
restaurants?
Restaurants are very popular. Manufacturing companies are sought after. Service businesses are very popular right now. It's a pretty broad stroke. But if you talk to any escrow company, they'll tell you that restaurants make up a bulk of their transactions.
And are these restaurants that you are working with, have they been in business for a long time, well established, or has it been somebody that thought, well, I might like this, turns out I don't?
It's a tough sector right now.
So maybe they're in business for a year or two. Would that business be as strong as, say, a business that's been established for 10 years? Or does it just depend on the multiples?
There's lots of variables. A business that's been around for 2 years and doing very well will demand a good multiple. A business been around for 10 years, but in the last year or two is not doing well, the multiple may be lower. So the most important part of the equation is what's happened in the last 12 to 24 months. Because what you did 5 years ago is not relevant.
Right.
Yes, people want to know, for history and to understand the evolution of the business, what were you doing 5 years ago? But from a valuation standpoint, it's, like I said, it's last basically 2 years.
Evaluation also is decided pretty much. If you're looking to sell your business, you'd be very smart to make sure your books and records are squeaky clean, that they can be understood.
Right.
I've come across so many instances where the company looks great on paper, but when somebody gets the P&Ls, it doesn't make any sense, and it just blows the whole thing.
Sure. What are some other deal killers that you come across that prevent a sale
Landlords.
from happening? Landlords is huge.
Landlords, but the number one thing that stands out in my mind after doing this for 20 years is time. Time kills deals. So meaning, someone's not signing something they need to in the transaction. A landlord's taking too long because every second, every day that ticks by and you're not moving to the close, something can happen. Like recently with the government shutdown, that completely wiped out financing for SBA. So that was very difficult. And now some of those deals are, now that the government's back open, some of the parties have walked. I don't want to wait around for another 3 months wondering when things are going to happen.
Yeah, got to get them while they're hot.
So time is really critical. And we tell people, when you get into contract, it's important that we work together until we get it closed. That means all parties. Buyer, seller, accountants, lawyers, landlord, everyone working in sync. That's
It's also important to remember how long it takes to sell a business, from 6 to 7 to 8 months. We call it 6 to 9 months to sell a regular business. Because many people are thinking, well, I'm going to sell my business, and no, it doesn't happen that quickly.
Right.
It takes quite a while.
Yeah, there's a lot of components, and you really have to find the right buyer. It's going to fit in and mesh in with the existing establishment.
No, and Bree, you bring up a good point. Finding the right buyer and having the right seller is so important, because when you have both and you get everyone on the same page, it really makes that transition smoother.
Fantastic. Well, thank you so much for your knowledge and sharing it with our viewers. And next time we have you back, I want to hear some success stories.
Oh, yeah,
Sure,
we'd love to.
Thank you so much.
Thank you,
Great,
Bree.
too.
Thank you.
You're watching This Day on Village Television. We'll be back after these messages.
O'Connor Mortuary has been healing hearts, inspiring trust, and comforting souls since 1898. As one of the oldest family-owned and operated mortuaries in California, we are proud to be a long-standing pillar in the community. Our unwavering commitment to providing support in a time of need is what sets us apart and allows us to build strong bonds with each family we serve. Thank you for choosing us for 125 years.
Hi, welcome to Pacific Financial Planners. We focus on income replacement for your retirement. We have over 3 decades of professional money management experience. We personalize a plan that's right for you and your family. You only get one shot at retirement. Don't you think you better get it right? So give us a call for your free consultation. We can do this over the phone, via Zoom, or in person.
Hi, I'm Jay Miner with Assisted Living Locators of South Orange County. If you're starting to worry about your safety at home or about a loved one who may be struggling, you don't have to take the next steps alone. I've toured every assisted living and memory care community in our area, and I can help you find the right fit. I'll do the research, make all the phone calls, and set up all the tours. And my services are at no cost to you. Let's make sure that you or your loved one have the care, comfort, and peace of mind that you deserve. Give me a call today.
Hello and welcome to this Friday's episode of Sports Corner. I'm Cole Young and we have a ton to cover this week, so I'll jump right in. Starting, as always, in the NFL, the playoffs are looming on the horizon and teams are fighting for their spots in the postseason. In Joe Burrow's second game back from injury, he threw for 4 touchdowns against the Buffalo Bills in a snow game, but 2 costly Burrow interceptions would seal the victory for the Bills. The Titans picked up their second win of the season with a thriller 31-29 win over the Cleveland Browns. The Dolphins got their 4th straight win when they defeated the division rival New York Jets. The Saints upset the Bucs. Green Bay barely held on for a win over the rival Bears. The Rams dropped a whopping 45 points on the Cardinals. And to end the week, the Texans all but ended the Chiefs' playoff hopes when their defense held Patrick Mahomes and the Kansas City offense to just 10 points. Mahomes threw 3 interceptions and was sacked twice, and the Chiefs now hold on to just a 12% chance to make the playoffs. Speaking of playoff odds, more teams have joined the officially eliminated list. The Jets, Browns, Falcons, and Commanders have all reached the point of mathematical elimination from the postseason. The next teams to fall will most likely be the Vikings, Bengals, and Dolphins. However, if the Dolphins keep winning games, they could pull off a miracle. Like I said, the Chiefs have dropped to a 12% chance, and the Ravens are hanging on to just a 33% chance. The top of the league looks a little different than it did last week, with the Broncos and Rams now occupying the top 2 spots. After their loss to the Packers, the Bears fell all the way from the 1 seed down to the 7 seed. Probably the biggest shock on this list is the Indianapolis Colts. The once first-place Colts are now on the outside looking in, and with quarterback Daniel Jones done for the season with a torn Achilles, things are looking pretty bleak. However, To help out in the quarterback department, the Colts made a drastic move. Longtime star quarterback and Hall of Fame semifinalist Philip Rivers is rejoining the Indianapolis Colts on their practice squad. Rivers, who retired back in 2020 after his 17th season, is now the oldest active player in the NFL at 44 years old. If Rivers, who is now a grandparent, starts a game for the Colts this season, he would become the 5th quarterback in NFL history to start a game at age 44 or older, joining Tom Brady, Vinny Testaverde, Steve DeBerg, and Warren Moon. Rivers led Indianapolis to an 11-5 record in his lone season with the Colts. He completed 68% of his passes for 4,169 yards, 24 touchdowns, and 11 interceptions, while getting his team into the playoffs as the first ever AFC number 7 seed. He ranked 6th all-time in passing yards at the time of his retirement in 2020 and 5th in touchdown passes. He has since been passed in both categories by Aaron Rodgers. Regardless if he touches the field, it's pretty cool to see Rivers return to the NFL. Anyway, last week in my picks, I went just 2-2, bringing me to 31-13 on the season. This week, I'll go with the Bears over the Browns, Eagles to get back on track after 3 straight losses with a win over the Raiders, the Jaguars to roll past the Jets, my upset pick of the week, the Dolphins to continue their hot streak with a win over the Steelers on Monday night. The final college football playoff bracket is officially set. The conference championship weekend was full of surprises. Number 2 Indiana upset number 1 Ohio State 13-10. Georgia rolled past Alabama 28-7, and Texas Tech dominated BYU 34-7. Surprisingly, Alabama still was able to snag a postseason spot. Here's how the final bracket shaped up. The playoffs will begin with the matchup of Alabama and Oklahoma on December 19th, with the remainder of the first round games being played the following day on the 20th. The quarterfinal games will be played on New Year's Eve and New Year's Day, the semifinals will be on January 8th and 9th, and the college football season will come to a close with a national championship game on January 19th. Like I said last week, I still think the championship game will be between Indiana and Ohio State. However, watch out for teams like Texas Tech and Georgia. I gave the breakdown last week on who could win the Formula One world title and how, and the dust has officially settled after the final race. Lando Norris became the Formula One World Drivers' Champion for the first time after securing the 2025 title at Sunday's season finale in Abu Dhabi. The McLaren driver fought off year-long challenges from teammate Oscar Piastri and defending champion Max Verstappen before clinching the title at the final race, where all 3 still had a chance. Verstappen did end up winning the race, with Oscar Piastri in 2nd and Norris coming in 3rd, but that was all the points he needed to secure the title. Congratulations to Norris and Team McLaren on an incredible season. The NBA in-season tournament elimination rounds tipped off earlier this week, and the Knicks and Magic each earned their spot in the second round. Their semifinal game will be tomorrow at 2:30 p.m. Before that, though, our hometown Lakers opened the bracket play with their game against the Spurs on Wednesday. Even without their star player Victor Wembanyama, the Spurs outlasted the Lakers 132-119. Luka Doncic scored 35 points, and LeBron James had 19 points, 15 rebounds, and 8 assists for the Lakers, who lost for only the 3rd time in the last 12 games. Los Angeles trimmed its deficit to 8 points late in the 4th quarter, but couldn't get any closer. Marcus Smart scored a season-high 26 points with 8 three-pointers for the Lakers, and Austin Reeves had 15 points. The Spurs will now move on to the semis to play the Thunder after they defeated the Suns by a whopping score of 138-89 on Wednesday night. The final 2 teams will compete for the NBA Cup on Tuesday at 5:30. Another local team made headlines this week with a championship win. The World 7 Women's Tournament crowned its 2nd champion on Sunday as the innovative 7-on-7 event for professional soccer clubs made its U.S. debut with teams from North, Central, and South America. The NWSL's San Diego Wave FC defeated Mexico's Tigres UANL 3-0 on Sunday's final of the 3-day tournament, played in Fort Lauderdale, Florida. The prize purse for the tournament was $5 million, with $2 million going to the Wave. This tournament was a fun one since it's not traditional soccer. The fast-paced matches are just 30 minutes long, with 2 15-minute halves and played on a smaller pitch. There's no offsides and unlimited rolling substitutions. Across the tournament, San Diego scored 15 goals and only gave up 3. Considering we're now on to winter, it's been a while since we've talked about baseball. But a major free agent move sent waves across the MLB earlier this week. First baseman Pete Alonso and the Baltimore Orioles are finalizing a 5-year, $155 million contract. Alonso made $30 million with the New York Mets last season, and he was worth every penny. He hit .272 with 38 home runs and 126 RBIs. In August, the 5-time All-Star became the Mets' all-time leader in home runs, surpassing Darryl Strawberry's previous record of 252 to solidify his place as one of the franchise's top players with 264 home runs. After an incredible 2024 season, the Orioles fell flat in 2025. They finished with a 75-87 record and ended 5th place in the division and missed the playoffs. Now, Alonso will look to boost their offense and propel them back into the postseason. With all that said, enjoy all the football, basketball, hockey, golf, and more that this weekend has to offer. Be sure to come right back next Friday for more news, updates, and highlights from all across the sports world. I'm Cole Young. Have a great weekend. We'll see you next time.
You've got mail.
Computing isn't what it used to be. And the future? It's evolving faster than ever. At the Laguna Woods PC Club, we're committed to keeping you ahead of the curve. Our state-of-the-art workshop boasts over 30 computers, scanners, and printers. Our dynamic seminars, led by experienced volunteers, cover the latest trends in computing. Embrace the future of computing with us. The Laguna Woods PC Club.
What would it feel like to hear better? Many people are trapped in the isolation of poor hearing and don't realize it. Even people that are wearing other hearing aids. They only know the way they hear, not how much better they could be hearing. We've taken patients that were hearing 24% of conversations and improved them to 92%. A life-changing difference. Put on these hearing aids and hear better, automatically. No buttons to push or technology to fear. Artificial intelligence and these products do all the work. Don't settle for less. And remember, tell them Stuart sent you.
If you're looking for movies, you came to the right place. I got some information for our Friday and Saturday one. Let's start with Friday today. It's going to be a great one. Wind River with Jeremy Renner. It's brought to us by RadNet. It's going to be at 2 p.m. with the subtitles and 6 p.m. without the subtitles. Taylor Sheridan wrote and directed this one. He's the one who does Yellowstone and Oil Man. So this should be an interesting one. A wildlife agent, Corey, discovers a frozen body of a woman on an Indian reservation, and an FBI agent is called to investigate the possible homicide. So it sounds like a very interesting one. Then on Saturday, a little bit lighter on topic-wise. It's About a Boy with Hugh Grant. It's brought to us by Advanced Ear Care. It's going to be at 2 p.m. with the subtitles and 6 p.m. without the subtitles. Will attends a single parents meeting to woo women, but ends up meeting Marcus, a troubled 12-year-old boy. As they become friends, Will learns to be responsible while helping Marcus with his studies. There you go. That's a heartwarming one for Saturday. All right, let's take a quick check of the weather before we head out. Got some great temperatures for the weekend and into next week. We're going to be at a high of 72 degrees today. Then we hit the upper 60s for a few days in a row. And then look at that on Tuesday, 66 degrees, getting a little cooler as we head towards Christmas and the last weekend of shopping. Next weekend, this weekend, and then next weekend. That's it. And Christmas is here, folks. Tomorrow on the program, we're going to be talking with Dr. John Hovhannissian about gut health and how it applies to your eye, as well as a doctor from Hoag who talks about esophageal cancers and other kind of issues there. So there you go. We're going to have quite the medical show tomorrow on the program. That's going to do it for this edition of This Day. I'm Michael Taylor. For all of us here at Village Television, we hope you make this day a great one.